Hi, my name is Amy Ashworth, and this is my reading map for INFO237. Some things that characterize me are the ones that appear in the center. I'm a full-time high school teacher librarian at Lynbrook High School in San Jose. I've been working here for 4 years. My first year was at the circulation desk as an LMS, which is a library media specialist, and now I'm a library media teacher. And I love this job, and that's why I'm in this program. I'm also the mother of 3 boys. I have a 15-year-old, a 12-year-old, and a 7-year-old. And my husband and I just had our 19th year anniversary. We both went to Point Loma Nazarene University in San Diego, and that's where we met, and we've been together ever since then. We moved to the Bay Area right after we got married, and so we've been up here for a long time. We love the Bay Area and are just very happy with our community and the kinds of educational possibilities that we have up here for our kids, and the fun stuff that we can do with them, and the hiking and the beach and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, my last thing on my list is that this is a reading log, so I have a reading for pleasure section. It looks small, but in reality, if this were showing how much time I spend in this area, it would be a lot bigger. I do spend a lot of time reading, but I also like to do other things as well. I'm a knitter and an artist, and I don't get a lot of time to spend on those things that I like to do, so they're kind of it's a narrow field for me at this point in time, but if I did have a lot of time to spend on doing that stuff, I would be knitting more, I'd be running more, I'd be doing all those kind of things more, but I really do like to read, and I don't think that's ever going to go away. So let's start on this reading map. Up in the top left-hand corner, I have things that are computer related and work related. If you look at my little list here, you'll see that I have things going on either side. So right here I have all of the computer related stuff. So that's things like using email, using MS Office, using Google Drive. Then I have the things that are non-computer related, and those are things associated with my commute, which is actually pretty short, I have to say, so I can't complain. And then I do shelf reading, handwritten messages from coworkers, and that kind of thing. When it comes down to being a mom, I do have to do some reading associated with the kinds of things that they come home with. So that's they often say read your email is probably an email, so I always have to look in my email to see if there's anything from their elementary school. Because it's a parent participation program, I'm often checking my email if I have to bring snacks or if I have to do some kind of volunteer activity there. For the other two, it's the bulletins, their Power School, School Loop Mail, that kind of thing. On the right-hand side, non-computer related stuff that I read are notes from home, the time that we read out loud together. And then as an MLIS student, we have a lot of computer related work because it's all online. So I'm on Canvas a lot. I'm on Google Drive doing discussion posts. I usually create my discussion posts in Google Docs first and save them there, and then I just copy and paste over to Canvas. It saves a lot of time and headache when I accidentally delete things. And then on the right, in my non-computer related reading for MLIS student is the stuff that I do in my planner, checking assignment due dates, that kind of thing, scanning important events. Then down at the bottom, I have my reading for pleasure. I do use my phone to kind of detox. That's like doing computer games, Words with Friends. I do Sudoku every day just to like get my brain working. I didn't put on here, but I have a game called Lumosity that I do a lot. Jelly Crush, I know I just had to put that in there because I do spend time on that kind of thing just to, like I said, detox. A lot of people like to watch TV to do that, but I just like to do this kind of thing. I don't use a lot of social media. It's just not something that I spend a lot of time on. In terms of the actual reading that I do, the reading, I read a ton of young adult novels. So right now I'm going through the Teens Top 10 list, the YALSA Teens Top 10 list. I have a stack of books on my desk right here of all the things that I've been reading. I just read this weekend, I read Mark of the Thief by Jennifer Nielsen. She wrote The False Prince. That was pretty good. I read The Glass Arrow by Kristen Simmons, which I thought it was awesome. I read The Novice by Taryn Matharu. It's a Summoner book, book one. I read I Am Princess X, Mechanica, and again, these are all Teens Top 10 books. Margaret Stoll's, and it sounds like I just read these all in a 24-hour period of time, but I have to admit I didn't read them all in 24 hours. I did read Mark of the Thief yesterday, so that does count in that 24-hour time. I do have recommended reading that I do on a regular basis, things that students want me to read or that other teachers need me to read that are for pleasure. Nonfiction books that I've read or am reading right now, I just finished Furiously Happy by Jenny Lawson, which was awesome. And currently reading The Human Age by Diane Ackerman. That's harder to read. I'm trying to get into it, but I just don't have a lot of time. I'd rather read things that are more light and that I can get through quickly because I just have so much other things to do. So I like to have some time to do some a little bit of nonfiction reading, but not too much usually. And then I have some magazines that I read. I subscribe to the New Yorker and National Geographic as well as some others, but those are the ones that I read the most of. So that's where I get my news, New Yorker, the New York version of the news. Anyway, that's my reading map. Hope you enjoyed it and hope it tells you a little bit more about me. Thanks. Bye.